Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, The Wealthy Mindset. It's yours truly, Money Making Mitch. And as usual, guys, this is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence and research. Let's get the party started, shall we? It's going to be a dynamite August. You see, I've said it before. The main reason why, and we all know this, my subscribers, the main reason why the L60, Onvo L60 made by the company NIO, were lackluster in the beginning in terms of sales was only because of it being a new brand and people had to find out about it, but also lack of proper marketing skills. As Dr. Shen Fei took over, a genius in his own right, he was leading our battery swapping segment, our energy segment, came over and is doing an incredible job to where we see the L60 sales skyrocket 50% 2 weeks ago. And it's ramping up now under his command and his watch. And a lot of it is due to him putting out the commercials on the charging piles, because 80% of non-Neo drivers use our charging piles, because 80% of our Neo drivers use battery swapping. So the charging piles are used by non-Neo drivers. But now that they're coming to the charging piles and seeing the commercials of the L60, it's getting very interesting. The tides are turning, and it's turning quickly, guys. So with the L90, what should we expect? Well, now the brand is recognized. So much so that our CEO, NEO founder and chief executive William Lee said staff at the company showrooms have extended test drive hours late into the night in response to strong demand for the upcoming SUV of the Onvo sub-brand. In a Weibo post yesterday, Lee shared that employees at one of the Shanghai stores remained on site until 2 a.m. to provide test drives for the new 6 and 7-seater L90 model. What was that money making, Mitch? Yes, 2 a.m. to provide test drives for the new 6 and 7-seater. Remember that L90 model. So they're test driving the 7-seater already. This is unbelievable, guys. He says, I've been quite moved over the past couple of days watching some of the Ladao L90 test drive content, NEO Chief wrote. In one video, our colleagues at the Shanghai Mixi store stayed after closing at 10 p.m. to conduct scenario-based test drives for 3 groups of users, working non-stop until 2 a.m., Lee added. The 3-row SUV under NEO's family-oriented Onvo brand is scheduled to launch later this week on July 31st, with first deliveries beginning the very next day, August 1st. NEO has learned from its mistakes, and they are mass producing these and filling them up in parking lots in China, getting ready for delivering them. We don't want to run into the same problem with the Onvo L60. Test drives began nationwide last week, and NEO has deployed nearly 600 test vehicles across more than 400 Onvo locations in 140 Chinese cities. Wrap your heads around that. The shorts will be devastated. They will be dominated because it's going to be sudden, it's going to be massive, and it's going to come in a violent manner. The L90 opened for pre-sales at 39,000 for the full purchase version, and 27,000 if they choose battery as a service, where you rent the battery. You don't have to own it, so you never have to worry about a bad battery. And we all know that comes with roadside assistance. That's why 80% are choosing battery as a service with NEO, and that figure will only rise. According to Lee, some highly interested users have been unable to secure test drive appointments during the day and prefer not to wait until the following day, pushing demand late into late evening hours. He also said, William Lee said, since the Onvo L90 test drives began, demand has been extremely high at stores across different cities. The CEO wrote, many highly interested users couldn't get a slot during the day but didn't want to wait until the next day, so test drives were scheduled into late night hours. The Onvo L90 is NEO's second model. That's the flagship model under the Onvo brand. and it will have the new 6-seater Tesla Model Y and the Li Auto i8 as main rivals. That's not rivals at all. As done in previous model launches, the company has not disclosed any pre-sale figures, but last week Onvo recorded its highest weekly insurance registration since late February. This is the L60, with 1,720 vehicles, a 50.9% jump from the previous 1,140. So it's showing that the brand is gaining recognition in a sudden and in a massive manner. Just like the CEO said, our profitability will come. In addition to the previously announced 85 kilowatt battery pack, a 60 kilowatt standard range pack is also optional, according to a recently leaked images. The start of test drives coincided with a sharp uptick in weekly insurance registration, suggesting a potential rebound in demand. So earlier this month, Morgan Stanley analyst Tim Sau reported that Onvo secured between 30 and 35,000 pre-orders. It's probably more than that now. Within 4 days of its pre-launch, the L90 6-seat version offers up to 605 kilometers of range, guys. It measures 5,145 meters in length. It's a monster. A 5-seat variant, which is named the L80, which is a bigger version of the L60, is coming out also by the end of this year. It's going to be probably in the middle of the fourth quarter. This is getting very interesting. We're going to destroy the competition in the sub-brand segment, just like we did in the high-end segment. So I hope you guys found this video yet again to be informational, inspirational, and motivational. So guys, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Takes a lot of time to do these videos and the editing. And if you haven't yet subscribed, you might want to think about doing so, because in this channel, we are waking up the middle class for the first time to get a major piece of the pie from the ground level up as to how the games are played on Wall Street. And like 50 said, we get rich or we die trying, guys.